All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. The link right down in the video description in the chat says join. Click that. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor accessories for every room in the house. We got your family 25% off selected items at this time. Shop and save and shop, family. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. I need to change that. Over 1,500 videos of nothing but that pure heat. I don't know what y'all playing for. Nothing but pure heat. Subjects, you understand, that take the mind all over the universe. We got that for you. There's no way that you won't advance to Godship. So I want you to join immediately and get on your way. Get on. That's right. Start to advance. And, you got all the subjects that you know and love from the general. We even got new subjects. We got the Grandmasters, the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material from the greats, the greats. And I give you an overview on that material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academics that cannot be surpassed by any website on the planet. Get over there today, family, generalseti.com. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. Y'all already know it ain't nothing but fire. I go live. I got a stack that I'm dropping tomorrow. You need to be there if you want that heat. You see what I'm saying? Come with your sunglasses. Come with because it's going to be flaming up in there. You feel me? Come. Patreon, over 400 exclusive live streams, cannot be seen any other place other than Patreon, and you want that. So become a patron today. All the family that support the general, I thank you. Donate to the general, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to support the general, appreciate the work that I'm putting in. Click that link, donate, and I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass, or one of the moderators going to be on you. All right. Florida's new death penalty law, crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Now, thank you, family. That's right. Thank you, family. You see, when they lining motherfuckers up to get them up out of here, okay? Where, I'm not sure, but I believe most states that have the death penalty, in order for you to receive that death penalty, it got to be you got 12 jurors that vote on, whether, you get the death penalty. You see, but in Florida, under DeSantis, they have now passed a law where they only need 8 out of the 12. 8 out of the 12 to take somebody's life. Nah, listen to me. And I'm going to say this only because we're not, if you take now listen to me. I can't, we talking about, ain't no coming back. when you take somebody's life. It just ain't no coming back. Okay, you know, it's no I'm sorry, you know, I made a mistake, or none of that. So if you, in any case, I believe that all measures to produce unequivocal facts that this is the person, that they are guilty, you know, of a heinous crime, so heinous that it requires that you take their life, that you have to exhaust all measures to take somebody's life like that. You have to exhaust all measures. And what's happening is a lot of motherfuckers is being exonerated for crimes that they did not commit. That's crazy now. I mean, it's just so many, and that don't mean every motherfucker. It's a lot of motherfuckers that commit the crime. It's them. Okay, there's no doubt about it. It's them. But it's far too many people who are being exonerated for crime, and I mean, literally been in jail 20, 30 years. I mean, that in itself is a motherfucking crime. You know, that in itself is a motherfucking crime. I don't be, you know, for, you know, and so it's so easy for them to say, oh, I'm sorry. Give a motherfucker pennies for their life. You know, 20, 30 years for a motherfucker, man, that's a long time. That's a long time. Especially if you're over 30. You know, even, I mean, any which way it go. You know, if you go in young, it's still, you didn't snatch over a third of a person's life. You see, if they over 30, you didn't damn near took whatever youth, what little youth that they had, that's gone. You see, you come out, you damn near 70-something years old. Peace, family, peace. You damn near 70-something goddamn years old. So, but it's some motherfuckers out here that, you know, have done her heinous shit. You know, and I believe, you know, it's hard, you know, but, you know, it's some heinous acts out here that, you know, I believe certain motherfuckers deserve to leave here. I do. You know, but, you know, we don't want to get into, you know, but we have to establish, you know, some form of punishment to let motherfuckers know. But it don't stop it. No way. You know, it's still a continuous thing. It's never stopped it. You know what I'm saying? They got death penalties in a lot of these states, and these niggas is still, and not just black people, I mean people in general, continue to you know, continue to kill at an alarming rate. It don't change. So it's not about race. Because, you know, this motherfucker is violent, period. You understand what I'm saying? The United States is violent. Most violent goddamn nation, you know, by far. You know, when you add all the cities up, it's by far. You know, they land down a lot of people. Okay, but we're talking about 8-4. Just having 8 motherfuckers to, you know, to say yay, to say yeah, he's guilty or she's guilty, and you could receive the death penalty. That's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. You know, that's like a setup almost. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that they, you know what I'm saying, that they get these motherfuckers, you know, whoever they, you know, intend to get, that they get them. You know, 8-4. So I have to study. You know, I would like to know, you know, when it comes to these death row cases, what is normally, you know, the vote? You know, what is normally the vote? You know, because in most times, in most times, seeing, a unanimous decision, you know, and you know, taking because you got to remember, you can't undo this. You can't undo death. So I believe that, you know, and even 12, because I mean, 12 motherfuckers, if they get the wrong information, 12 motherfuckers can send the wrong person, you know, to their death, you know, unjustly. That's unjustly. So it don't make no motherfucking difference if the information is false. You know, and just imagine that as of recently, how many, I'm just speaking specifically of some brothers that I've been seeing that have been exonerated after 25 years and 30. I just seen one that was 30 years. Now, what if that was a death sentence? Because really, I mean, 30 years, that's life. That's fucking life. That's more than life. Man, 30 years 15 years is life. You see what I'm saying? 15 years is life, man. You didn't ate, nigga. You didn't ate a chunk, nigga, sitting down for 15. You didn't ate a chunk. You know, to sit down for 15 years, nigga, technology and all kind of shit. You know, but I know that, motherfuckers, I mean, you get your little telephone now and shit like that. You might can keep up. I don't know how they doing that. And, it still don't mean nothing, nigga. You in the hole, nigga. You locked down, nigga, for 15 motherfucking years. You see what I'm saying? And so, 30 years, nigga, you didn't, that's half your motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, especially if they sentence you and if you 20, you're 50. If you're 30, you're 60. If you're 40, you 70 motherfucking years old. And for a motherfucker to say, we fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up. And so, and so you come out, you 70 years old, but what if it's what if it's the electric chair and the motherfuckers show up and say, you know what, we got this wrong. You can't undo that. You can't undo that. You know what I'm saying? So it should be, it should be a lot of checks and balances, before you take somebody's life. 8 out of 4, no, I believe it should stay 12. You understand what I'm saying? I believe it should be a unanimous vote. You understand what I'm saying? If 4 people see some shit and they say, you know what, that man ain't guilty. And then you got 8 motherfuckers that say, that's not such a substantial number. Because 8 don't mean you got it right. 8 motherfuckers, that don't mean you got it right. It's not real. It's about getting it right. You understand what I'm saying? And if there's some dissension in that at any given time, then that one person, it could be one person that sees something that, yeah, you stay the fuck out of Florida. You ain't lying. That's serious. Shit, fucking around any goddamn way. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what other kind of laws they trying to come up with, but that most definitely is that is sending a signal to motherfuckers, and motherfuckers, it ain't like when a motherfucker get ready to do dirt, they thinking about, they ain't thinking about that. A lot of that shit is spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit is spontaneous at the moment in the heat of shit. You ain't never thinking, motherfuckers ain't thinking about what, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is in the heat of the situation. And so, that's what we fail to understand about that. Yeah. But yeah, that's serious. And so, hey, and so, we seeing that they come, we gonna see if they come across, some other country, some other states with that type of a law. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this. That's why you have to have your shit together out here. You understand what I'm saying? And I know it's some motherfuckers out here that done been lied on, and I understand, but still, even in that, I believe that there's, and I mean, I done seen where they didn't identify the motherfucker wasn't nowhere near the situation. I done seen that happen. Watching, and they just say, or a motherfucker just outright lie on the motherfucker. I done seen that. Where there have been motherfuckers that outright lied on the motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And and had nothing to do with the shit. And I done seen motherfuckers exonerated and shit. So it's crazy the type of fucking situations that you can be in. But at the bottom line, number one, who you fuck with, how you carry yourself, all of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Is a factor. You know what I'm saying? In, however, situations turn out for you. If you fuck with a lot of, sideways ass niggas and shit like that, you understand what I'm saying? You're in the streets, you fucking with the streets. You see, shit happens. Shit can happen. You putting yourself in a volatile situation just by being in the motherfucking streets. And for a lot of people, they can't, I mean, well, let me put that in there. Let me see what that's trying to say. Vote on the same wings for though. What's wrong with getting our own black political party and steer our own people? Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? That's good. That's good. But you know what? Black power. When we talk about black politics got to be practiced inside of the community. You see, it got to be practiced. We always look at, going downtown and, going to DC and going to the state capital to, our shit must take place in the African home. You understand what I'm saying? We so discombobulated because we thinking way out of, niggas can't even get it together right in their own home. You see, the home is in shambles. You see what I'm saying? The individual mind is in shambles. Niggas ain't thinking about no goddamn politics. They ain't thinking about nobody, And look how many great scholars and great teachers then came and then dropped it harder than any motherfucker could drop it. And still could not amass these niggas to come into line. You see, and so, when you think, and it sounds good. Just like we talk about reparations, that shit sound good. It sounds good. And yes, I believe that this nation owes us, but how long can we wait? You understand what I'm saying? How long can we wait before we come up with something else? You see what I'm saying? Our shit got to be at the grassroots. I don't think in lines of no, our shit is about independence and separation. That's what it's about. I don't believe that the wickedness of this nation that we want to be interwoven in, really, that's the reality of why we so sick to motherfucking day. Because we interwoven with a society that's not turning back. They're not turning back. You see, they're not turning back. These motherfuckers are naturally on a course. You understand? To continue to oppress, to ravage, to plunder. That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna leave the position that they in, and they don't give a fuck what you try to amass or this, that, and the third. They're gonna consider that hostility, and they're gonna crush. And so it boils down, if that's, you have intentions to do that which many of our people had intention, you got to be ready to take that shit all away. You see what I'm saying? You got to be ready to do whatever is necessary, you understand, and that's the reality of that. That's what we leave out. We leave that part of it out. We leave that part of it out. You ain't gonna do shit in this motherfucker without force. I don't give a fuck how good your concepts sound. I don't give a fuck how you can articulate. I don't give a fuck how many I's you dot, how many T's you cross, how many words in your vocabulary. I don't give a fuck how, strong your argument is. At the end of the motherfucking day, if you don't have force and a demand to bring into reality those things that you aspire, you understand, those thoughts and those dreams and those political plans that you aspire to bring to fruition inside of the Black community, if you ain't ready to take it all away, then you don't have a demand. Because if you got to have a demand at the end of the day. Okay, this is what we want. We not asking you, but we demanding that you do this. But a demand got to be backed up with force. You see, you got to have the hammer cock. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have the hammer cock with your fucking finger on that trigger, ready to pull it if the demand is not adhered to, and that's what you're not gonna do. And so if you ain't got no force, or you don't have penalties, you know what I'm saying? You don't pay them motherfucking bills on time, they're gonna attach penalties. You got to have some penalties for that. You don't have that. You don't have that. So what our politics is a lot of vocalizing and shit. Have some good concepts, but it ain't gonna go nowhere, because you know what the white man gonna say? He gonna say, make me, nigga. Make me. And you know what you gonna say? Oh, man, I thought you was gonna play fair. You ain't got nothing to, so that's our politics. That's our politics. You know what I'm saying? And so that right there ain't gonna work no more. That ain't gonna never work. You see? And so, yeah, we got to get it together up here. Each individual got to go through a program of getting that shit together up here, and in that heart and in that spirit. You understand? Get that in alignment. You got to deal with the individual before you can even, you understand what I'm saying? Because it's too lopsided, You got too many niggas that, they speak out, out, but, and it's, they speak very, powerful things, and they say, but deep down, they don't, when the lights is off and shit like that, They really don't have the heart to see that shit. You understand? See it come into fruition. They don't have that. You see? And that's why we in the predicament we in right now today. You understand? Got a lot of words and shit, got a lot of good strategies, just ain't got no force, ain't got no demand force, and penalties and shit for not adhering to our demand. We don't have that. You see? And so, it becomes a waste of motherfucking time after a while. You see? And they lining motherfuckers up. They lining motherfuckers up out here. You feel me? Yeah. They lining motherfuckers up out here. And so, yeah, it takes the individual to strengthen their own resolve. And so when you do call on motherfuckers, you got individuals that's ready to put in that work. But if you don't have that, you ain't got shit. You ain't got no, motherfuckers start to dissipate. And then it's just like, you can get motherfuckers in the audience, and you can get them, and you can get them all to be black power, black power, black power. As soon as that motherfucker hit the door, he gonna do white power. It's easy to hide in a crowd. It's easy to hide, but it's even harder to leave out of that crowd and do the individual work and development. You understand what I'm saying? When the eyes is not on you, and you understand and think we're not doing that. And so people wonder why. Yeah, well, I tell you what. It's a lot of plans out there. I teach individuals. That's what I do. I didn't seen this shit. I seen this shit. I teach the individual mind to grow because I know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's about. We in a whole of a lifetime. You see, we in a whole of a lifetime. And the motherfucking walls is collapsing in all around our ass. You see, the walls is collapsing in all around our ass. And a lot of these motherfuckers out here, they ain't black power. They ain't black power. Yeah, they ain't black power. Too many of you motherfuckers out there pretending that you black. And you not that. That's, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers, put that spotlight on your motherfucking ass, and you shucking and you motherfucking jiving. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is shucking in that motherfucking jiving. You see? It's about black motherfucking power. You understand what I'm saying? This is about black motherfucking power. It ain't about nothing else. And so I don't think motherfuckers understand what that means. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think motherfuckers understand what that means. And so I leave that there. You see what I'm saying? I drop, I plant seeds, and it's on you. You understand what I'm saying? It's on you. I develop minds. I develop individual minds so that when it come time to say black power, you got to build that. You got to build the audience. You understand? You got to build the movement. Just saying some shit don't mean shit at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. You got to have whatever. I don't give a fuck what your product is. You have to have an audience. You see? It sounds good. Yeah. It's more like entertainment for motherfuckers. It's a feel-good thing. It's a church thing. You know how you feel when motherfuckers get the music. They know you get to hear some good music, and and motherfuckers get to rocking, and you get in there, you feel good. Yeah, hallelujah. Sing some songs and shit, you know, our peoples is they got a way of reaching you. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you leave about that motherfucker, that's all you had was a feel good situation. That's all you had. And then when you go home, you ain't no further than where you was before you went in that motherfucker. And that's the reality with a lot of shit out here. It's feel good. It's motherfucking feel good. You know, when I was talking, you know, that hard shit, niggas was saying, Seti, you know, we don't think we could do that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what it's about. Y'all niggas didn't want to. And so I knew, I said, these niggas ain't built for no shit like that. They ain't ready to be free. They ain't ready to be free, you know, because I could see all, you know, you ain't going to ask a motherfucker to do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you ain't gonna ask no motherfucker to do nothing. It just I'm about to move on. And I put this out here. You see, and I'm gonna put this shit out here because I'll tell you how I ride if the situation was right. You think you gonna undo what's out here in these motherfucking streets, son? Without no motherfucking, you know, you think a few motherfuckers here, a few motherfuckers here, but then ultimately it's gonna come clashes. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna come a clash. You ain't about to clean this shit up with no tar. It's gonna come clashes. So you know what I'm saying? The biggest gang out here got to be the motherfuckers that's sick and tired of this bullshit. And they got to be willing to do what every other motherfucker out here is doing. You understand? For that cause. You're not ready to do that, motherfucker, just shut up. Because, you know, what we having is that, you know, the neutralized niggas, and I'm going to get out of here. It's a lot of neutralized niggas out here. You understand? They might not engage in the actual crimes and shit and this, but they'll voice their opinion of how they're so fed up with what's going on. I'm fed up of what's going on in the city. And the majority of the city is not involved in the crimes per se. You understand what I'm saying? Say, for instance, you got a city like you got Detroit, you got Chicago, you got all these cities with a high murder rate, a high crime rate. And say, you know, even in a city like Chicago, they got almost 3 million people. You got, say, for instance, 700 murders. That's a lot of goddamn murders. But when you think about all of the people that say they ain't, you know, they sick and tired of that, I mean, it literally got to be 1 million blacks in Chicago that's sick and tired of that kind. How in the fuck can 1 million fucking blacks allow 700 motherfuckers to terrorize the city? I don't understand that. The number game just fucked me up when I do it like that. You see? Now, if the motherfuckers that was sick and tired of what the fuck was going on would mobilize, like, you know, the rest of these niggas, for whatever they believe in, and the niggas that was sick and tired form a gang, they would be the biggest motherfucking gang in the United States. You see what I'm saying? And if that gang engaged in the type of, you understand, force that everybody else in, they would take over the motherfucking streets. They would take over the motherfucking streets, but they ain't ready to do it. And so what they do is they'll neutralize niggas. What they do is they cry about what's going on. They cry about they sick and tired. They cry about how many murders go on, how many crimes, and all. That's all they do is cry. And they vote and they cry some more because the motherfucker they put in power ain't gonna do no more than the motherfucker that was in there before him. And so the situation never changes. You see, because it's gonna take manpower. It's gonna take manpower and it's gonna take force. I must say that. You see, it's gonna take force. And that's what y'all not ready to do. You see, so you're gonna return back to your lazy boy. You're gonna kick that, you're gonna hit the button on the side, you're gonna kick your feet up, nigga, you gonna roll you one of them blunts up, nigga, put your cold one right there on, and nigga watch and get your little remote control, nigga, and you gonna flip through the channels like you been doing. You see what I'm saying? That's what you gonna do. You understand? It's about power. It's about force. You see, it's about mass numbers. You see, you got to have mass numbers because you can't have force without mass numbers. You got to have a mass of numbers. You understand? When they see a mass of numbers and you issue a demand and you are prepared to put force behind that, and force is you got an agenda, you got a mass number, and you got you got to hammer cock with your damn, and I'm saying that in a figurative speak. You got your hand, you got the hammer cock with your hand on the hammer. On the trigger. You got and when people see that, and I'm saying that in a figurative speech because it could be in any situation. It could be voting, and I'm saying that as far as you got the numbers to put a motherfucker up out of there, and you let them know that we got the demand, we got the force, the peoples is willing to do it right now. If you do not do this, your ass is grass, period. We haven't done that. And so if we're not prepared to do that, which I don't see, our people is in all these cities. You're going to see it in the city before you see it on any national level. Our cities are in disarray, even the ones that are majority black. Detroit is a damn, I don't know where the fuck, it's still all black, but it has failed in its potential to do any fucking thing with them numbers. I'm just going to say that. I love my city. I do. But I will also say that they got a fucking 80%, over 80% black population, over 80% black population ain't been and got a white mayor. And got a white motherfucking mayor. I'm done. Y'all motherfuckers could get mad. You understand what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers, you and you tell me, that's what I mean. You can have masses of motherfuckers. They ain't willing to do shit. I mean, fuck the little shit. Nigga, move on that right now. Get that together. That's worse than South Africa. Motherfucker talking about being ruled by a minority. Yeah. Being ruled by a minority in Detroit, damn near 85% black. And they voted the motherfucker in. At least in South Africa, they could say motherfucker came down with armaments and shit and heavy armaments and took it over. You motherfuckers put him in there. I say, well, what kind of shit? That's a mental illness. That's a mental illness. Okay, that's a mental illness in our people, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I'm gonna say what it is. Maybe if you hear that, somebody say, well, you know what? I never thought about it like that. That is fucked up. Yeah, it is fucked up. It's no different than being in a black church, all black church, and you look up and you see a goddamn Peckerwood Jesus on the wall. I mean, that's fucked up. You are deformed. You are mentally deformed. You understand what I'm saying? When you see shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So you come out and here you is, and they come out and you got an all black city, and then you got this white man leading your city. And I say, well, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? I have never been so embarrassed in my motherfucking life. And I've been said that. You know what I'm saying? I've never been so embarrassed in my motherfucking life where out of damn near 700,000 blacks, you mean to tell me you can't find one black, qualified black within that goddamn city to lead that city into the future? Nigga, please. If you're going to start somewhere, that's where you start. Don't start at the bottom. You start at the top. If you got the power, start at the top. Boom, boom, get that motherfucker out of there. Boom, put you somebody in there that understand the people. And when you do that, a lot of shit could change from, when we talk about a city, you understand? But even in certain cities where they got black mayors. They ain't doing a motherfucking thing because they ain't about no black power. They ain't about no black power. Them niggas in there getting their pockets lined up and shit. They ain't doing shit for the people. Cause ain't no way you in power, nigga, and all this treachery and all this, you know, the babies ain't got school books and shit and all this, and they ain't got no black, nigga, ain't no way, ain't no black history programs and rites of passages and man, all type of shit for the kids. You understand what I'm saying? You supposed to have that immediately. You supposed to have, Atlanta too, another one of them cities. Got all them buildings downtown and shit. You understand? Got all them goddamn skyscrapers downtown, and they talk about how great Atlanta, Atlanta just like goddamn Detroit. Ain't no goddamn different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just got more buildings. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? But the poverty in the cesspool thinking, and I don't give a fuck because I can go to each one of these. Ain't none of these cities out here doing no better than the other. You understand what I'm saying when it come to that? So anybody get mad, just get mad, nigga, because we telling the truth today. Just a lot of how. You see what they do when you got a lot of buildings, a lot of niggas, they like to look up and say, oh, wow. That ain't got nothing to do with the souls and the minds and the hearts of the people, nigga, that's in peril, in fucking peril every day in every goddamn city in Black America. Every motherfucking city in Black America. And the ones that, in some years they say, oh, they move in here. These are the new good cities. Yeah, bitch, it'll be new for a minute to niggas. Once niggas see it's some paper being made, they on the way. And it won't be long. They coming to your town, nigga. Yeah. Oh, these are the new cities. Yeah. And niggas watching them same videos say, oh, yeah. Oh, they got that paper. Yeah, nigga, you want to go down there and get us a trap? Yeah, nigga, and motherfuckers will be down that motherfucker tomorrow. Trapping right there in your motherfucking city, nigga. It do not change. And in 10 years, that motherfucker will be the same way the rest of this shit out here. It just go around in circles. It just go around in circles. You see? Yeah. Man, listen here. All these cities is the same. Niggas don't get it together. Nigga, you ain't gonna have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You can't keep running. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stand your ground and you got to do what the fuck you supposed to do where you at. If you do what the fuck you supposed to do where you at, you ain't got to go nowhere. You can make the city you was born and raised in a beautiful city for your people, at the minimum for your people. You ain't got to keep going and running and shit and doing all that. Do what the fuck you supposed to do in your own city and make it a beautiful place to live. Start your black power right where you was born and raised at. Nigga, that's what you do. Put your energy into that. Have enough love for your city and your people and, the city that you was born and raised. It don't mean you don't go to other cities, but that's the love of the shit that when you leave in your city going to another city, you got another black community standing up, good-hearted people and shit. So you ain't going to no cesspool ass goddamn city and got to fear for your life. We're gonna be talking about that today too. And so again, you got another death penalty, but at the end of the day, if you ain't out here doing no dumb shit, you ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, they making all kind of laws and shit because they anticipating that your motherfucking ass gonna be out there doing the worst. But again, if our peoples are sticking together and they standing up and they doing what's right, we ain't got no people that gonna be worried about no motherfucking law like that no goddamn way, because we ain't raising no mentally deformed ass niggas that's gonna be out here killing no goddamn way. So that's what it fucking boiled down to. If we teach our people to be upstanding and give them some morality from their ancestors that will make them rise to the greater cause, we ain't got to worry about no shit like that. You see what I'm saying? And hopefully you ain't hanging around no motherfuckers or in no community that would like to set you up like that no goddamn way. Even a lot of them niggas that was getting set up, they was hanging around scandalous motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, let me get moving, family. We got some more powerful videos we dropping today. I want you to stay with me. It is a political night. I want y'all to buckle in and get ready. And I hope your heart is strong, because I know some, and the mind is strong. I don't want you to wobble. I don't want you to weeble and wobble. If you feel the information is too potent, just sit back. Just sit back. Take a deep breath. You understand what I'm saying? If you have to get up and get you one of them trees and shit to calm your nerves and come back to the video. Do that. You understand what I'm saying? But let's keep it 100 out here, family. Hit some of them links. Support your general. This is General Sarasu said he said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. I'll be right black. Black power.